Mars, a silent world of ancient mysteries. A planet shaped by volcanoes, canyons, and a long-lost past. Jezero Crater, once a lake, now hiding something below.
What if the most important discovery in human history is buried right beneath this ancient Martian crater?
This is Jezero Crater, once a quiet impact scar, and later, a fossilized river delta carved by liquid water billions of years ago. A perfect place for life to hide. Jezero is about 45 kilometers across, its shape carved by an ancient impact and later reshaped by flowing water. In these layered rocks, scientists detected carbonates, minerals that usually form in long-standing, stable bodies of water. Each thin layer is a time capsule, capturing the quiet settling of sediment at the bottom of a Martian lake. Billions of years ago, Jezero held a lake. Rivers flowed in, carrying flowing water once carved channels and deltas, concentrating nutrients in a stable, long-lived environment. The lake was calm, cold, and thinly lit. But chemically, it may have been anything but simple. Today, only rock and dust remain. But the geology still remembers the water that once filled this basin. But among the natural fractures, there are patterns that look disturbingly artificial. Deep within the cracks, a faint glow. Not bright enough for the human eye. Several plates share the same geometric signature, all aligned, as if they were once pieces of a larger, deliberate structure. If we digitally reassemble these fragments, a larger pattern emerges. A circular platform. Under the right light, barely visible engravings appear symbols that do not belong to any known. Plotted on a map, these fragments form a ring, centered on one location deep within the crater's ancient lake bed. If we could peel away the dust and rock, what would we find beneath this silent basin? Picture a buried structure not built by humans, but by something that understood geometry. Its walls would be lined with symbols, not random art, but information, stored as light and geometry. A central hall, a circular floor, channels for unknown fluids or energy. Imagine this: a lake above, and beneath its floor, a chamber watching. Gases and minerals rising from below could have fueled complex chemistry, perhaps even more complex than anything on early Earth. At the heart of the platform, a device to tack, part mineral, part metal, part something else. Above, a silent Martian lake. Below, a hidden machine. Together, they might have shaped a world. Deep under layers of sediment, faint currents of light flowed, as if the lake bed itself carried signals. A rhythmic pulse, not geological, not random. Something down here once had a heartbeat. A perfect geometric ring, shaped by forces unknown, guiding energy through the chamber below. Even the simplest bubbles defied gravity, bending around something invisible. Particles responded to unseen forces, suggesting the chamber once generated a localized energy field. Energy raced along the rim like a signal, encoded, intentional. But all of it vanished, leaving only stone and dust behind. Today, Jezero is silent, but the evidence of a hidden structure remains. Straight-line fractures reappear in the same precise geometry, impossible in natural Martian geology.
A modern scan reveals shapes beneath the surface couve. Concentric, intentional.
When we strip away the geological layers, a forgotten architecture appears. a structure with purpose. A room designed for observation or control.
Symbols pulse in sequence, perhaps a language or an operating system.
Water shaped this place, flowed through it, fed it.
At the center toward a dormant core, waiting for activation.
Above, a living lake. Below, a living machine.
The core begins to pulse again, like a heartbeat echoing across billions of years. A controlled wave radiates outward, ordered, intentional, engineered.
One by one, the rings awaken, forming a perfect sequence.
The awakened energy rises, climbing the chamber like a message seeking the surface. The symbols rewrite themselves, updating information no human could ever decode. The ancient chamber resonates, answering a call from deep within its core. A shockwave erupts, carrying a silent message through the bedrock. Even now, the surface trembles, as if remembering something buried below. Dust rises, in perfect rhythm with the heartbeat beneath. A crack glows once more, proving the signal has returned. And now, the entire crater begins to respond. A buried network awakens, too complex to be natural. At its center, a node, overflowing with encoded energy. A beam escapes the ground, carrying information toward the sky. Through dust, through silence, the message rises.
Instruments distort. Something disrupts our sensors.
A spiraling wave forms, carrying coded structure. The whole crater glows, as if reactivating after millennia of sleep. Even the atmosphere responds to the surge. The signal peaks, eruption of pure, encoded energy. A helix appears, too deliberate to be geological. A repeating frequency, undeniably artificial. Inside the wave, a message written in light. Jezero becomes the message itself, one vast symbol. The signal travels beyond Jezero, seeking a destination.
And then, everything stops.
Silence returns, as if nothing ever happened. The glow fades, leaving only barren stone. The sky resets, returning to its ancient silence. Jezero sleeps again, but not as it was.
One glyph remains, scorched into stone.
It still beats, a surviving fragment of the signal. Jezero was never just a lake.
It is a gateway to something deeper.
And this was only the first signal. What lies beneath is far more dangerous.